Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Well, these boxing fans also find a way to somehow blame Tank Davis for Ryan Garcia agreeing to that 136-pound catchweight. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Ryan Garcia seems to be on dire straits, seems to be heading towards kidney failure, and he definitely needs a cup of water and a sandwich. That taco that he violated, that was all an act. That was probably his one meal for the day, just so the man can survive and get into the next day of trying not to gain a single pound, as for the last 7 to 9 days, he's been maintaining a weight of 139 pounds. And we know if Ryan Garcia can't make 136 pounds, that spells problems for him and his fight purse. But the story is, Tank Davis, Gervonta, or Paulie Malignaggi will call him Gervonta. Gervonta Davis would rather stay at 100 and 135 pounds. That's a fact. Now, people are sitting here wondering, man, he fought Barrios at 140. Why won't he fight Ryan Garcia at 140? Tank's scared. Tank's a coward. We need to understand. We need answers. You don't need answers. What you need to do is read. See, the problem is most cats don't go out here and read. I remember the article that came out 2021 with Tank Davis talking about it. I had to go look it up again. But I remember when he was talking about it. Tank isn't a guy who wants to go up to 140 pounds to do anything. In the article, it goes on where Tank was talking about, look, I'll go up if the team all agrees that it's the best decision for me in my career and the right opponent, keyword right opponent. I'll drop back down and wait after that fight. Listen, Tank was holding a 130-pound title for the WBA and a secondary version of the WBA title at 135 pounds. Okay? Now, when he went up to fight Barrios, he was trying to get himself another title at 140, which he did pick up, where he was the main event in Showtime and broke the Livegate record out there at the State Farms Arena in Atlanta. But I'm telling you, Tank recognizes he has no business moving up in weight against naturally larger fighters. But he likes the challenge, and it has to be the right opponent. He even went on to say in that article, everybody was complaining about me fighting smaller guys. So we said, why not go up to 140 and test myself against a young lion like Barrios? Yeah, that's interesting. Because Tank Davis is what's Tank Davis, 4'11"? Nah, he was 5'5"? And people are sitting there talking about Tank Davis is bullying on guys at 130 and 135. That's right. That's the sweet spot for Tank. That's where he belongs. It's not his fault that he's that strong. This man hits that hard that people want to see him lose. Almost like with Mayweather. But Mayweather ascended, I think, 130, 135, 5 weight classes. And they still wanted him to go up to 160, 168. They're trying to get Mayweather killed. Kind of like with Tank Davis, in my opinion. They want him to go up to 154, but he talks the talk. Don't get me wrong. He talks the trash. But that's what they want to do. They want him to keep going to see just how far his power will go and to see him lose. I truly believe that. But if you go back to this article, you'll see he's not out here trying to weight bully anyone. He's staying where he's comfortable. And if somebody wants to fight him, which Ryan Garcia was calling for the fight, was going on in every interview, every camera put in front of him, was saying everything he had to possibly say to make the fight happen. He agreed to all the conditions to make the fight happen. So, of course, Tank is going to sit there and say, all right, cool, let's fight at 135. Okay, you can't make that? 138? Well, hey, hold on. They forced me into this fight with Barrios. I never really wanted to do that. Let's get him closer to where I'm comfortable. We can't do 135 or 136. A pound's not going to make that much of a difference for me. And that's what he did. You know? But Tank's a guy who wants to challenge himself to be great as a fighter. And I think by him saying, 136 pounds is a sweet spot, I don't see anything wrong with what Tank's doing. Initially, I was like, damn, Tank's scared of Ryan. He fought Barrios. Nah. I said, I remember him saying something about that 140-pound weight limit's not where he wants to be. And then I was able to find the article again. But the man said basically that's what he did fighting Barrios. He just wants to, make sure that what he thinks he is, as far as a special fighter, is exactly what he is. Now, a lot of people were looking at how he came off that thrilling 6-round stoppage over Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, you know what? Santa Cruz was kind of tattooing Gervonta, but Gervonta was a bigger fighter. If you look at the two of them, Gervonta didn't look bigger than Santa Cruz. But they figured Barrios would have the size advantage and probably, topple Gervonta Davis, which is not what happened. I'll tell you what, Tank Davis has definitely established himself as one of the pound for pound stars, but as the next one for the sport. I mean, I just think we need to hold our horses and not take it to the stupid on that. Now, I do think it's at that point where people are waking up when it comes to Tank Davis. And they're saying, you know what, this guy can fight. He can scrap. He's mean as hell. He's strong. He's the complete package. Skills pay the bills. And his bills get paid early. Probably get paid in advance. That's just how talented he is. But I don't think the Yuriorkis Gamboa did much for Tank Davis. I think Pedraza and Santa Cruz did a lot for Tank Davis in the Barrios fight. No doubt about that. Tightened up his resume, made it look pretty good. But him going to hit with Ryan Garcia, who's a young guy, who's a knockout puncher, who's extremely famous, and hey, he's got a lot of dough as well. But Ryan Garcia is a fighter. Don't get me wrong. I just think going in there with Tank Davis, I just think just like Tank wanted to challenge himself by going up weight to 140, Ryan Garcia challenging himself by coming down to a weight where he has no business. And we're going to find out who really deserves to be what these two feel is at stake, the face of boxing. And I'm going to tell you right now, for Ryan Garcia to be looking ghoulish and drained, right? If he can pull off the upset, to me it's going to be an upset against Tank Davis. Then Ryan Garcia's win will carry more weight than Tank Davis's win, because Ryan Garcia came down to a weight that he shouldn't be. And although he's just going to be there for a moment in time, he's been struggling the last week, 9 days, because he's already at 139, trying not to go above that. You know how hard that is? But that being said, hey, for me personally, I'd rather see Tank go up to 140 like Mayweather did against Oscar De La Hoya and say, I want you at your most comfortable weight. I don't want any excuses, and let's bang. And that's what Mayweather did, fought him at 154. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, I would like to see it at 140. But at the end of the day, Ryan was calling for the fight, pushing for the fight. And as a result, if you're going to sit there and be thirsty like that, well, you got to drink from the cup that's given to you. And you can't sit there, man, and quarrel and complain because, hey, this cup is too big or too small, or what the content inside is not enough or it's too much. Hey, man, you thirsty, right? Shut up and drink. And that's what Ryan Garcia has to do. He has to shut up and drink these stipulations that he agreed to, and we're going to see how the fight goes. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, for everyone out there saying Gervonta Davis is a weight bully, he's afraid, he's a coward, he's a chicken, his name, he should be Conor Hen, Gervonta, Conor Hen, Tank Davis. Nah, man, knock that off. Let's not take it to the stupid. Tank Davis he doesn't want to go anywhere above 135 unless his team, man, are the ones who talk to him and they agree to it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they got to do. But at the end of the day, Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, it's happening. No excuses. If Tank loses or he wins, Ryan Garcia loses or he wins. They both know what they're getting into, and I am looking forward to the fight. That being said, y'all keep cool, and this article is on RBR Boxing. It was published in June of 2021. If anybody wants to go out there and read it, go check it out. You'll see. Tank Davis isn't a guy who's just trying to weight drain people, but he does believe, hey, if you want to fight me, you come down to my weight class. If I want to fight you, I'll go up. I'm not chasing you. And trust me, if Tank Davis was chasing somebody at 147, or he's chasing someone at 140, he's going to go to their weight class. He's going to fight him. Remember, Tank is supposedly knocking heavyweights out in sparring. So I don't think Tank Davis is afraid to fight anybody at any weight. I just think he feels like if you're chasing me, okay, you're thirsty. You drink from the cup I give you. You consume the content I put in the cup in the form of a contract. And that's just how it is. But that being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. I'm in the breeze, taking these kids to soccer practice. Be easy.